Welcome to the Marketing Smarts live show by Marketing Profs and the Marketing Smarts podcast, where we dive into B2B news, resources, valuable guest content, and much, much more each and every week. Hey, if you're a B2B marketer looking for a place to learn, keep up to date, and have some fun along the way, grab a beverage, a notepad, or at least some style of writing utensil, and welcome to the show. Hello to all my Marketing Smarts live viewers today. I'm excited to bring you yet another episode of the Marketing Smarts live show. This week's topic is all about how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO, generative, all sorts of good stuff, AI. So if you're ready to get your learn on, buckle up and let's get ready to rock and roll. Of course, you know me, hopefully, unless this is your first time, but if it is, I'm your boy, George B. Thomas, speaker, trainer, catalyst, and host of this here show, the Marketing Smarts live show, and the Marketing Smarts podcast found on your favorite podcast app. Now, today's guest clips are brought to you by Chris Rodgers. Chris Rodgers, founder and CEO of Colorado SEO Pros, CSP, a specialized SEO agency with unparalleled expertise and capabilities that have provided revenue-driven solutions and enterprise and SMB clients for 10 plus years. Now, CSP has 100 plus years of combined SEO experience, and it serves a variety of sectors and industries, including tech and AI, e-commerce, financial services, direct-to-consumer, edtech, crypto, and the outdoor industry, and many more. Now, remember, these clips of Chris Rodgers today are pulled from the full Marketing Smarts podcast episode, and if you want to listen to the full interview with Chris Rodgers and myself, make sure to tune in to the Marketing Smarts podcast. The link to the entire show will be in the description below after this live show ends. Now, in this episode, again, I'm talking to Chris Rodgers, and we're talking about how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO. In this first clip, I asked Chris, how do you learn what you need to know about AI and content and SEO and AI SEO, especially when you're a B2B marketer? And by the way, how important is it to get educated? And here's what Chris wanted to share.
I wish there was just like an easy way to do this. I'll tell you, a lot of the information that I get is like on Twitter, and I've looked at, there's a lot of people out there that are doing very cool things in terms of prompts and prompt engineering. There is an add-on called AIRPM that is an add-on that you can put with ChatGPT. They've got a free version and they've got a paid version, and it's kind of like a prompt library, and they're engineers that are creating prompts, and they're approved prompts and top prompts and that kind of thing, and that can be very valuable. But more than anything, I think you need to be in there and using it and testing it and paying attention to the news and seeing what's happening and figuring out how you can leverage this technology and stay educated, right? And that's beyond what you're doing on the marketing side, that's also job security, right? In this new world, being able to use this stuff, right? Even if let's say you got completely replaced and your industry was gone, now you had to go get another job. You could go in and say, well, I know how to do all of this stuff with AI, so I am a very efficient human, right? My productivity is great because I know how to use these tools to write emails, to do social media ads, to do all of these different things. So I think that would be my advice. Don't stick your head in the sand. It's not going away. Stay educated. Start playing around with it and figuring out how you can use it in your job and in your daily life, and make sure you're maintaining the quality of the output and exercising. Put it this way: don't ask ChatGPT anything that you cannot verify yourself. Do not go in there and expect it to teach you something that you can't look at or research to confirm, because if you do that and you're depending on it, you're in the danger zone, because it's good at giving you an answer that sounds really, really good, whether it's true or not.
Are you an efficient human? More importantly, did you hear that? Don't end up in the danger zone. I feel like that might be a song, but anyway, get into the tools and start to learn them. As Chris said, they're not going away, and you can use them in other places in your life. Are you using AI ChatGPT, or other AI tools in your B2B marketing efforts today? Put the answer to that in the chat pane and let me know on X using the hashtag MPB2B. And of course, tag me using @GeorgeB.Thomas. Now, we'll get back to Chris Rodgers and his thoughts on how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO. But first, I have to ask, are you part of the Marketing Profs community? If not, become part of the Marketing Profs community by heading over to mprofs.com/MP today. That's mprofs.com/MP today. Now, it's time for one of my favorite sections in the B2B News, where we talk about breaking B2B news or really important tips we find on the Google News tab related to you and your B2B business. This week, the title is Navigating the Challenges of Generative AI Adoption in B2B Marketing by 2024. If you're generating it, AI, SEO, content. See what I'm doing there? Trying to connect the dots for you, ladies and gentlemen. With the year 2024 expected to be a pivotal time for the B2B marketers in driving the adoption of generative AI, Gen AI, it's understandable that many are expressing unease or fear about being left behind in the race to implement Gen AI in their organizations. This article explores the underlying factors causing this uncertainty and offers practical advice to help navigate these challenges and make meaningful achievements, advancements, and all the things that you need to do when using Gen AI in marketing. Hey, according to Forbes, one-off approaches, corporate policies restricting experimentation, and difficulties in finding use case for Gen AI are some of the main challenges that are causing marketers to feel uneasy about their progress with Gen AI adoption. Yet, the importance of embracing Gen AI capabilities for content creation, audience engagement, and personalization is undeniable. To read the article, the rest of the article, check out the link below when the live show's over. Let's get back to Chris Rodgers and his Marketing Smarts podcast episode. In this clip, I wanted to ask Chris, what are the biggest B2B marketing hurdles that we may face when we're trying to dive into AI, SEO, content creation through AI, and the SEO that it applies? Anyway, let's see what he had to say as far as hurdles.
Well, I'll give two. One, the biggest hurdle for me is time. And probably a lot of people that are working professionals, there's not a lot of it these days, especially if you're trying to move up or excel or be the best at what you do. So there's no good answer for that. You've got to find a way to make it a priority. You've got to organize and get it into your schedule and start organizing some time. The fact that you're doing this podcast, the people that are listening, they're already on that path, right? They took the action of being here, stick with it, and make the time to actually learn more. And don't get discouraged that you don't understand everything at a finite level. This is a giant rabbit hole. We are not, I should speak for myself, I am not going to become an AI data scientist. It is not in my path forward unless I completely shift and I'm no longer CEO of my agency, right? But learn as much as you can and learn how to use it and stick with it and stay consistent. And then the other thing is just like what I said before, make sure that the other pitfall is using AI to think for you. This is not supposed to replace your human brain. It is supposed to empower you and make your output better, right? You can use it to save some of your brain power. This is one of the great uses now, right? You're going through and doing creative things. Like we just recently redid our website, and as we went through, parts of that, we're using AI, but not necessarily to write, but to come up with ideas, right? You get writer's block. You can go ping ChatGPT, and it's going to give you a great summary of different topics that you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that and that and that, right? So you can cover more ground more efficiently, but don't all of a sudden say, well, I don't have to do it anymore. I'm going to work on playing video games and ChatGPT is going to do my job, right? We don't want to go that direction as people or as a society, because if we let the robots take over, I don't think we're going to like what they do with us.
Not that there's anything wrong with playing video games, but there is a time and a place. Are you creating time to learn AI and the AI tools that could positively impact your professional life? Are you letting it or are you leveraging it to increase your output and empower you to make your output better? Remember, don't let it be your brain, but let your brain use it to be more efficient. That's several times that word has come up. We'll be back with Chris Rodgers in a few minutes, but first it's time for some dope B2B learnings from the vault of Marketing Profs articles. That's right, it's time to dig into the treasure trove of valuable information and pull out 2 pieces of gold to help you be a better B2B marketer. Article number 1 this week is Marketers Know AI is the Future, but Do They Understand AI Today by Todd Laufenborough. Here's a quick reality check for the next artificial intelligence pitch you hear. Ask what the company's solution optimizes for. If the answer is along the lines of anything you need, that should raise a red flag. AI doesn't work that way, but it's ad tech's favorite new buzzword, so you can understand why marketers say they're prioritizing a technology that few understand. Article number 2 this week is Understanding Your B2B Digital Doppelganger and AI Decision Matrix with Andrew Davis. And yes, it's by me. It was the original podcast that we did, not with Chris, but with Andrew Davis. You should check it out. In particular, you'll learn what a digital doppelganger and AI decision matrix entails and how they can help you use AI as well as determine how and when to do so. Andrew also provides a series of practical tips for using generative AI effectively. Again, generative AI for content, SEO, it all ties together. In this insightful interview, Andrew delves into the evolving landscape of AI in B2B marketing, focusing on the concepts of digital doppelgangers and the AI decision matrix. You definitely want to check it out. It was a dope interview. He addresses the challenges and potential of AI in content creation, emphasizing the need for transparency and strategic implementation. Andrew's perspective offers a blend of caution and optimism, guiding marketers, you and me, in leveraging AI while maintaining authenticity and efficiency. There's that word again. I swear to goodness, efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. Anyway, want to keep learning more? If so, check out the links in the description below after the live show ends. That's right, all the right links in all the right places at just the right time. They're probably actually down there right now. Anyway, to get access to both amazing Marketing Profs articles, head to the description. All right, back to Chris Rodgers. Let's dive back into this conversation of how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO. In this clip, I wanted to ask Chris, what does AI or generative AI success look like? How do we know we've reached AI SEO nirvana? His words are actually very interesting. So perk those ears up and take a listen.
You know, the tough thing is I don't think if we know. I don't know if there's actually a marker, at least not for the long term. Well, maybe for the mid to long term, that success is you're able to navigate this path. You're able to continue moving forward in your career at an individual level. As marketers, we are able to adapt to this technology and use it to do better marketing and to remain a key part of how that's being done. In the short term, I guess it really is, hey, can you be better at your job and at your mission and at what you're doing? Like that to me is success. If you can avoid the landmines along the way, you can become better in terms of what you're doing, more effective. And who knows, maybe you can improve quality of life along the way too. I don't know. That's probably not crazy either. But I would think those would be pretty good markers of success.
I thought it was super interesting when Chris said, maybe we don't know yet. But also, did you hear that? Did you? Were you listening? Have you been able to adapt? Is it making you better at your job and your mission so far? Well, we're going to get some words of wisdom from Chris Rodgers here in a few minutes, but right now it's time to turn the spotlight on you, the Marketing Profs community. Yep, time for From the hashtag MPB2B community. We searched far and wide in the hashtag MPB2B universe to find amazing information and conversations to bring to you, the masses. So first, make sure you're using the hashtag, and second, make sure you have fun and add value to the community along the way. Then we'll spotlight you or your crew on the show. This week, it's Jim McLeod. He's creating clarity for complexity and is Director of Digital Experience at Northeastern University. His LinkedIn post goes a little something like this. At the recent hashtag MPB2B, Andrew Davis introduced us to his AI digital twin, Drew Deeney. I just talked about that above, by the way, the digital doppelganger. AI was, of course, the topic of the week at the conference, and not all of it was optimistic. In this issue, I break down some of what I learned, as well as cover stories about poisoning AI models. Yep, it's possible. Christopher Penn's generative AI starter kit and how AI could end up like Napster. Read on to learn more, or maybe you just want to see a better picture of what Midjourney thinks I would look like if I was cool. Not me, but the post. You'll have to check out the post. Check out these hashtags: hashtag AI, hashtag generative AI, hashtag design, hashtag graphic design, hashtag Midjourney, hashtag Napster, hashtag Midjourney, and hashtag MPB2B. But you need to check out the description. Click the link to the post. Click the link in the post to learn more in that issue and all the things around AI and the conversation we're having. Marketing Smarts viewers, I have to ask, are you going to be next to get the spotlight? Remember, community, use the hashtag MPB2B on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter and get the light shined on your awesomeness in the next episode or a future episode of the Marketing Smarts live show. Pro tip, it won't hurt if you tag me in the post as well. I'm at George B. Thomas on LinkedIn and Twitter, and Mr. George B. Thomas on Facebook. All right, let's kick it back to Chris Rodgers and some words of wisdom around this topic of how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO. Here's what Chris Rodgers wanted to leave us with as far as words of wisdom. Perk them up.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll go in a different direction. Find out what it is that you want in life. Most people don't know, and it's a lot of work to figure out what you really want. And most people just don't take the time to figure it out. Figure out what you really want. Some people are like, well, I want to be rich. Well, why do you want to be rich? What do you want? What does that actually mean to you? Right? What is that at a concrete level? What does that mean? Figure out what you want and get a plan to go after it, and create the future in life that you want with actionable plans and persistence. That would be my advice. And set your own path. Surround yourself with people that are going places that you want to go. If you've got people that are naysayers, that don't go anywhere and that are negative, get those people out. Get on the right track. And by the way, as you're on this path, I would be paying attention to AI and figuring out how you can use AI to help you power your path to where you want to go in life.
Whoo, powerful. I love the direction that Chris went with his words of wisdom. And I have to ask, do you know what you want in life? Have you taken the time to figure it out? Set your own path. And this part right here, ladies and gentlemen, bring the right people with you along for the ride. Be consistent and figure out how you want to use AI to empower your path to where you actually want to go in life. Have you enjoyed today's journey? Let us know. Use that hashtag MPB2B on whatever platform you're joining us on. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It flies when you're having fun. Head to the description below. Click on the link to the full Marketing Smarts podcast with Chris Rodgers and keep on learning more about how artificial intelligence is impacting SEO. Remember, these were just a few clips of the original Marketing Smarts podcast interview. If you got value from today's show, hit that like, and better yet, share it with a friend or coworker. To keep learning more, hit that subscribe or watch additional Marketing Pros videos on your favorite social channel, or head over to our YouTube channel if you're not there yet. Or you can go tune into the original Marketing Smarts podcast episode on your favorite podcast app. No judgment, whatever it is, you love it, sweet. Don't forget to become part of the Marketing Profs community by heading over to mprofs.com/MP today. And as always, remember to be a happy, helpful, humble B2B marketing human. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Marketing Smarts Live Show next week.